It's December. We're in the final month of 2015. Can you believe it? Whether or not this year went amazingly well, whether or not it was awful and you're ready to start 2016 with a bang, this week's episode is for you. I'm Siobhan Barnes, founder of the Neon Life Society, and this week I'm going to talk to you about how to bring the best of 2015 into your 2016. You know, a lot of people set New Year's resolutions without taking the time to stop, pause, and reflect on the year gone by, and really think about what worked, what didn't, and tweak and adjust. And I think that's where we trip up in achieving our goals, because we're always, doing more, being more, signing up for more, when actually what's needed is some time to stop and reflect and really take stock of what's been working and what's not. And so if you haven't already, I invite you to download the free 2015 Year in Review workbook that I created for you. It's a really short and sweet workbook where you're able to walk through some questions that really enable you to think through the year. So you're able to capture your big wins, you're able to capture what didn't work, and you're able to really claim what you're letting go of and no longer available for in 2016, and what you're going to take with you into the new year as well. So make sure you download that workbook if you haven't already. And I did say in last week's mailer that I would share with you my own, lessons learned from the workbook. And I practice what I preach. I do what the exercises I give you guys, because this is my own process. And whilst there were a number of lessons learned, I had a great year in some respects and a not so good year in other respects. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is that striving, doing, always being on, and not resting is not the way to reach goals or live a life. In all honesty, I have been used to that modus operandi of work, to the bone, put in the midnight oil, do your best, almost to the point of punishment, I would say. And I don't think I'm alone in that. And it's really funny. This is a theme that I've been seeing in my clients this week as well. There's this belief that the harder we work, the more we put in, then the more deserving we are and the more respect we'll get from other people, or whatever that might look like for you. And so as I look back on 2015, I realized that there were a number of injuries and a number of illnesses that came up, and I'm normally pretty healthy. And I think that I manifested them myself because I was not taking care of myself in a way that was supportive of me continuing in a joyful, fun, and healthy manner. And so I think my body created these opportunities to literally stop and rest. And it's silly to get to that point. And to be honest, as I look back on 2015, I don't want to achieve and I don't want to be this way. I don't want to live a life stressed out, worrying, always rushing about the time and beating myself up for not getting more done in a day. And so I'm actually letting it go. And I was actually speaking to 3 of my mastermind buddies last night, and we were talking about this, and we were all going through the same thing, the push, 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 the do, do, do. And I realized it's a bit of an epidemic amongst women especially, and men too. I think society actually promotes it with 24/7 access on your BlackBerry and your iPhone and responding immediately, and voicemail and social media. It can just get a little bit too much at times. And so my mastermind buddies asked me, they said, what's wrong with you taking some time out and not doing so much? And you know what? I said, it's very indulgent. It feels almost selfish and self-indulgent to have, time out and not be always on and not be always striving. And so they and I have decided to call December the month of indulgence. So I invite you to join me if you feel called to, and actually take the time to look at your calendar, look at your to-do list, and say no. Take stuff off there. Have a look. Do things really have to be done this month? Can you push them off into the new year? Can you even take them off your list at all? I think sometimes when we set goals, we have really big dreams like running a marathon, climbing Kilimanjaro, getting to 6 or 7 figures in our business, when that goal is not actually the most important thing, and it can create more stress and anxiety because we just feel like we're not hitting the mark every day. And so I do invite you to take a look at your list and see where you can take stuff off. And this month, I'm going to be taking it way easier. I'm going to be conducting an experiment actually. So, my rational brain tells me that I have to work hard to be successful. And I want to see if I can work less hard and actually have fun and play and enjoy and be more in the moment and still be as successful. And I'm going to share with you my insights on this journey and use December to do this. I think it's a really great time of year where it's a little bit easier to practice this indulgence. And if you're with me, then come on over to the private Facebook group, the link I'll include below, and share your insights, and on Instagram as well. I'm the Neon Life Society, and I'm going to be taking photos and using the hashtag month of indulgence, so you can join along. And let's have fun. Let's see where this takes us. This is a big step for me, and I hope that you will think that this is fun and take part in the challenge. And let's see if we can end 2015 on a really high note where we enjoy the year, where we get to relax. And my guess, my hypothesis, is that more creative ideas will come, more things will flow more naturally, and that it will be a more joyful and peaceful month. So I'm curious to hear whether, one, you're in for the challenge, and two, what indulgence looks like for you. If you were to incorporate more self-care and more time for yourself and more boundaries to say no to other people, how would that feel and how would that change your day-to-day life? Leave a comment below, and in the meantime, have an awesome, awesome week.